Foreign Affairs, Chapter 11, Fishing Expedition. You stare out the window of the helicopter on your way to the class ski trip, enchanted by the snow-kissed trees and the glittering inclines all around you. You talk into your headset. This is exactly what I needed. Agreed. It was time to worry about paparazzi and scandals when there are slopes to ski on and the roaring fires to hook up by. You're speaking my language. I could use something straight up fun after all this stress. Seated beside the pilot, Ayna speaks in the mic, addressing you and the handful of your classmates in the helicopter. As we approach Camp Irene, I've been asked to remind you that the site isn't just a prime ski destination. Oh man, I cannot wait to hit the slopes. Hope you like eating snow, Alexi. What are you planning to trip me on my way to the lifts? Because I practically learned to ski before I could read. Wait, you can read? Even Marshmallow lets out an excited mew within his padded transport cage. Camp Irene is also an important site for international diplomacy. Remember, you've all been assigned tour slots, so you can study its history. An education tour? Why not? Careful, Rutherland. Your nerd is showing. I wear it proudly, Blaine. You should know that by now. As you should, Clark. I think everyone could... What the hell? As the helicopter descends the grand gates of Camp Marine come into view, and in front of them you spot a twinkling constellation of flashing cameras. What are the paparazzi doing here? Oh no, Winston was right. Blaine throws you a worried look as the helicopter touches down and is immediately swarmed by the press, angling their cameras into the windows. There he is! Who's Clark sitting with? Clark, get down. Go! Clark! Get down! You slide low in your seat, tied from the camera, as the exit doors finally shut firmly as the helicopter blades slowly spin to a stop. I know, buddy. It's supposed to be our one chance to feel like normal people on a normal vacation. Because if vacationing at a retreat exclusively for diplomats is totally normal. We get it, Blaine. Oh, you're so charmingly snide. The point is the media usually leaves us alone up here. You feel your great face grow hot as everyone's eyes slowly find their way to you. You should know. I never meant for this to happen. I'm really sorry if the ad tabloid brought this on. If, no offense, but saying sorry doesn't change the fact that our one chance at a vacation is ruined. Don't be so dramatic. Security won't let them pass the gates. But our bodyguards will have to step it up. Everyone's going to be on red alert all the time, thanks to Clark. That's enough. Clark didn't ask for his privacy to be invaded. If you're going to be angry at anyone, be angry at the people outside these windows. Give Ayna a small smile. The helicopter doors finally open, revealing Tatum and the other bodyguards pushing their way through the crowd of cameras. Break it up, this is private property. Leave now or we'll escort you out. Swear, Murphy, one of these days I'm gonna break you. The paparazzi scramble out of the way and try to dash to the gates of the resort, but they're easily caught by security. See, everything will be fine. Hot toddies and hot tubs, here we come. A few minutes later, you look around the suite for the weekend. You open the door to Marshmallow's cage, and he bounds out, stretching his whole body as he takes in the surroundings. I know. Pretty nice digs, huh? Room service should be up in a minute with some snacks for you. Maybe the trip won't be so bad after all. This place is luxurious. You open your room, opening the closet to find a stylish ski suit on one of the hangers, and there's a note pinned to it. Thought you could use some ski appropriate. If the press is there, you might as well look good, right, Winston? He really thinks of everything. I would rather look my best if the paparazzi try to sneak a shot. And maybe Ayna would like me getting a little bit of a style upgrade too. Purchase this outfit to get a boost when you hit the slopes and impress a special someone. No patrol, it's all downhill from here. Meh. It's red. It should keep me nice and cozy. After you get settled, you and Dee find your classmates gathered at the foot of the chairlift. Tatum stands nearby, scanning the area. His gaze flicks towards you, dropping down to take in your suit. His cheeks flush ever so slightly. I'm glad to see you're dressed appropriately. Compliment accepted. See, any threats out here? Only to my sense of self-control. You join the line for the chairlift. Blaine falls in beside you, a small smile curling the corner of his lips. Are you lost? The Bonnie slopes are back there. Oh, go ahead and talk big while you still can. Clark, we're up. Be right there. I assumed you'd want to ride together, given the paparazzi presence at the gates. Evelyn loops her arm through yours, flashing a brilliant smile that doesn't reach her eyes. I was hoping they would give up once security turned them away. Trust me, all they did was screw long-range lenses on their cameras. Those sneaky son of a... Smile... Bitches. That's better. You keep your smile in place and brace yourself as a chair scoops up you and Evelyn into the air. You look down through the dangling legs as the ground gets further and further away. Beside you, Evelyn looks pensively out across the snowy vista. Evelyn, I'm sorry if I've screwed up your vacation. The press being here does make it harder to enjoy ourselves, but... She sighs. It's fine. It happens to the best of us, and it's a good reminder that we're never far from scrutiny, even when we feel safe, especially when we feel safe. I can't imagine you ever being caught up in a scandal. That's because I work very hard to make sure I never get caught. The chairlift approaches the top of the slope. You ready your skis, preparing to dismount as Evelyn pushes the guardrail up and away. Ready, set, go. Your skis hit the snow ramp and carry you down a gentle incline with Evelyn at your side. Ooh. Ayna is already at the top of the slope with Peter and Zara. She watches you with sparkling eyes and a wide smile. You certainly dressed to take over the slopes, Clark. I'm glad you're not getting too down about the press. I'm just learning how to take the advantage of the photo op. I thought you'd be touring the facility, Ayna. Are you kidding? I've seen that place so many times, I could give that tour if I had to. I, for one, can't wait to learn more about the history here. Peter glances down over where Dee just hopped off the lift, after a few trips down the slopes first. For once, I'm with Peter. One time, down to, I say I did it. Then I'm hitting up one of the 3 saunas this place has. You might be onto something there. Evelyn, should we ski down together so we can follow Zara to the sauna? Go on without me. The slope is a little amateur for me, and we already got our photo op. Henry, Alexei, and I are going further up to the Triple Black Diamond. It's supposed to be the 2nd fastest run on the continent. I've skied steeper hills in Esselstyn. This'll be nothing. Well, you're not the only one who grew up skiing, you know. I hold a few records in Ithenstan. The 3 of them begin making their way towards the slope, still debating. You turn your back towards the others. Looks like I'm a free agent. Clark, get down! What? Tatum's skis slice through the snow as he slides behind you, taking a snowball to the back. Spoil sport! You look at the powdered snow on Tatum's jacket and Dee's glove, piecing the scene together. Tatum, you don't really have to protect me from snowballs. I do, actually. Seriously? If you want to add subcategories to projectiles, you have to take it up with your mother. Wow, Mommy even canceled out snowballs. Blaine dismounts from the chairlift and skates at the top of an intermittent run. Looks pretty narrow. We shouldn't go more than 2 at a time. Since when do you follow the rules? Graining off a cliff because I got my skis tangled with Peter's. Isn't the adrenaline rush I'm looking for today? You know, you never struck me as a skiing type. Why, do you think I give off more of a snowboarder vibe? A little. I figured you'd say that skiing is for stiffs or something. But I guess it makes sense. Skiing is risky, and I feel like you gravitate towards dangerous hobbies. Anything else is too boring to even bother. You gonna head down Rutherland, or keep putting it off forever? No, I'm going down. You look around the top of the mountain, debating who to ski with now that Evelyn is off with the other group. Who do you think? You skied Ayna aside. Looks like you could use a skiing buddy. Good thing you're here then, shall we? She digs her poles into the snow and launches herself down the run. You signal to Tatum to let him know you're going down, and then push off after Ayna. The cold wind bites at your face as you catch up to her. It really is stunning here. What's the most interesting thing you know about this place? We're gonna have a conversation about skiing. Politically or geography? Surprise me. In the 80s, the Mondovian ambassador to the Urti and the Ertian ambassador to Mondovia used to use one of the suites as a drop point for secret messages to each other. Seriously? Were they trading state secrets? More like trading You blink as a camera flashes momentarily blind you. Did you see that? I think it was a camera. There, behind that tree. Smile, Mr. Kent. This is private property. What are you going to do about it? You don't look like a lawyer to me. Look like I can come over there and take that camera and shove it so far up your ass. It'll be okay. We'll be past him in a second. You and Ayna shoot up by the tree. Leaving the reporter behind, you breathe a sigh of relief and look over your shoulder. But the reporter pushes out onto the slope, his own set of skis strapped to his feet. He grins and crouches low in pursuit of you. He's following us. What do we do? Well, stick with me. I have an idea. Are you sure? Yeah, I mean, if you want to go separate ways so he leaves you alone, I'd understand. I'm not about to throw you to the wolves, Clark. Besides, I don't mind a little excitement, especially when I get to share it with you. Now let's pick up the pace. Ayna brings her skis together, tucks her body tight, gaining a burst of speed. Widening your stance slows you. You bring your skis parallel, crouch low, bringing your arms and poles in tight by your sides. You shoot forward after Ayna. Curse you, Mr. Kane! Not today, paparazzo. Looks like this isn't your first time on the slopes. Or I'm just a quick learner. Just one of the many tools in my impressing beautiful women while avoiding unwanted hangers on Arsenal. We'll turn into those trees. Get ready. You brace yourself as towering pine trees fill the run. The thick brown trunks too close, set for any but the most skilled skiers to find a path between them. This way. Careful. She angles her feet, gracefully slicing through the snow to avoid the first tree. You follow her, hoping that the reporter isn't as good as she is. You're not getting away that easily! Oh, he's still behind us. Damn, let's see if he can handle this. You follow her into a dense patch of trees, your heart pounding in your ears, as you manage to keep up. Soon you don't hear the reporter behind you. I think we're losing him. It's too bad we didn't hear a gunk. You glance over your shoulder to check. Sure enough, the reporter has fallen behind, struggling to navigate the narrow, winding tracks. Clark, look out! You turn back in time to see that your skis are pointed straight at a tree trunk. Go left! Oh, I should really go straight, you know? You leave an arc of powdered snow in your wake as you turn left, avoiding the tree with ease. Wow, that was some fancy footwork. I aim to impress. I thought you were aiming to get away from the press. Sometimes the two go in hand. Let's finish this. There's a shortcut to another run ahead. It's narrow and pretty well hidden, so if we can just get there, we should be in the clear. You're a genius. Lead the way. The trees fall away, leaving you with a clear, steep run. You look for where the path forks, but can't see it, which means the reporter won't be able to either. We'll have to turn at the last second so that we don't tip him off. Just keep your eyes on me, okay? You nod, focusing on Ayna as she races forward, giving no indication that she's even thinking of turning. The reporter gains speed behind you, closing in. Almost there. Oh. You hit a hard patch of ice. Your skis go in opposite directions as you gain too much speed. Find my balance. You grit your teeth and tense your legs, commanding them to cooperate. You wobble a little as your feet return to parallel, but you don't fall. Nailed it! Nice one. We're nearly there. You return your focus to Ayna, knowing that it's only a matter of moments before she takes the turn off. Turn in 3, 2, 1. Ayna makes a sudden, sharp turn. You react instantly, angling yourself after her. You fly through a narrow passage as the reporter flies down the original slope. Hey! Goodbye! Get a real job. You laugh, breathless, as you and Ayna race down the new slope to freedom. Freedom! After a while, the run flattens into a tree-covered, glittering plateau overlooking the green countryside below. Ayna slows to a stop. Okay, I need a breather after all that excitement. Agreed. You click out of your skis and crunch over to a tree by the ledge, leaning against it to catch your breath. So, how did you know about this run? Looks like nobody's been down here all day. It pays to know your history. In fact, wait, don't tell me it was the Ertian and Mudavin ambassador's secret hookup spot. Points for enthusiasm, but not quite. The slope leads to the back of an old factory that had a speakeasy in its basement. Ah, well, is there anything you don't know? She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear and looks at you sidelong. Sure there is. Take you, for example. I never know what you're gonna do next. Bet you won't expect me to kiss her. Like this, you said? You take her hand and pull her against you, enjoying the feeling of her body against yours. You're not worried someone will see us? You said this spot is pretty secluded, right? I'd say it's worth the risk. Press your lips firmly to her. She only hesitates for a moment before she relaxes in your arms, giving an end to the moment. Clark. Moans softly as you wind your hand through her hair, your other hand trailing down her back. She wraps her arms around your neck, kissing you deeper. Ayna. You pull her in even closer as you savor the touch of her soft lips, her tongue caressing yours gently, your eyes fluttering close as you lose track of time. Finally, she pulls away, smiling and slightly flushed. We should probably keep moving before the reporter circles back around, but I have to admit this was kind of fun. Trying to escape a vulture on skis? You have a strange definition of fun. I don't know. Somehow, everything feels a little more enjoyable when you're around. She grins, clicking back into her skis, and the two of you make your way down the crest of the mountainside. You clean up and head to the dinner, still buzzing from your encounter with the reporter. Clark, over here. Dee sits at a table by the fire with Peter, Henry, and Zaria. Hey, everyone. Peter, did you get to learn any cool facts about the lodge? Oh yeah, I toured Camp Arian's library after lunch. They have a whole room with first editions donated by each visiting nation. So that's where you disappeared to. Not that I noticed you were gone or anything. Of course not. A waiter sets a bowl of steaming soup in front of you. placing a plate filled with warm bread rolls at your right hand. Hearty soup. Oh, listen, I haven't eaten in 3 days, and that looks actually real and appetizing. Can I eat the picture? This smells like heaven. Zara leans across the table as you pick up your spoon and dig in. I spotted at least 3 reporters on the slopes today. Did you find any, Clark? One literally chased me down my first slope of the day. I was starting to think someone's been tipping them off or something. They always know where to find me. Are you okay? Did they catch you? I'm fine. And at least his pictures will be boring. I wasn't doing anything but skiing. They'll find a spin. They always do. There must be some way we can avoid them. Sure, they're pretty good at hiding in places you wouldn't expect, but there's gotta be some way to avoid them consistently. Not that I found. Just as soon as you think you've learned all their tricks, they come up with new ones. One of them lowered themselves upside down off a roof of my house just to get a picture of me in my playroom. That's extreme. Once, when I was a kid, I called my parents into my room in the middle of the night because I thought there was a monster under my bed. Turns out it was just Ted, a reporter from the Dravosa Report. Okay, maybe there isn't a way to avoid them. Did the reporters give you any trouble today, Zara? Not really. They were asking where you were, so I gave them your exact location. Halfway down the slope, the triple black diamond slope. Now that's why I saw so many people falling on their asses up there. Brava! As twisted as it is, efficient, or effective. I love it. Thank you. I'll be here all week. You notice Henry watching you out of the corner of his eye, clears his throat nervously as he realizes you're watching him back. Sorry I stole Evelyn away from you all afternoon. The run took longer than we thought. Ah, is this where we add suspicion? Glance around the room at Evelyn, and you'd totally forgotten that you're supposed to be someone's boyfriend. It's fine. Evelyn's a much better skier than I am. I'd feel way too guilty dragging her onto the intermittent slopes with me. She is awesome to watch. I mean, I'm a good skier, but Evelyn's like a pro. So, how are things going between the two of you, anyway? Is he asking because he wants to know, or did one of the reporters get to him? Evelyn and I are, still getting to know each other. Things are new, which is exciting, but we're not rushing it. Especially with the cameras everywhere. Can you imagine the headlines if you jumped from one scandal into another? Exactly. Evelyn and I want to explore our feelings for each other in our own time. I guess that makes sense. As dinner winds down, Dee's phone chimes. She glances at the screen, then makes a face, and then slides the cell into her pocket. Who was that? Oh, Philip's assistant. He wants to schedule a phone call. Romantic. That's Philip for you. It is what it is. Dee stands up suddenly, slapping the table with her palm. On that note, I think I've earned a drink. She joins Evelyn and Alexi at the party, frown after them, and then glances at Peter, who watches Dee go with a sigh and then excuses himself. The paparazzi might suck, but at least I don't have to deal with an arranged marriage. After dinner, you head back into the main lodge, and before long, Tatum falls in a step behind you. Where have you been? Lodge security claims to have located and removed several reporters from the premises. I've been making sure they didn't miss any. Wow. Sounds like you've earned a break. I'm on duty. I'll get my break when DeMarco takes over. And what if I choose to sit in a very comfortable spot by the fire? I'd be very happy to join you. Or for you, but protocol would keep me from joining you. Right, protocol. I'm gonna check outside, make sure the perimeter of the lodge is safe, but if you wanted to join me at some point, I wouldn't stop you. Good to know. He heads outside, nodding at Ayna as she heads towards you. I feel like the cold seeped all the way through to my bones. Yeah, there's plenty of room by the fire. I was thinking more along the lines of hot cocoa and marshmallows. I'll be in the kitchen if that sort of thing strikes your fancy. We'll see. You stretch as she goes, warming yourself by the fire. You feel a presence at your side a moment later and see Blaine, his face slit by the golden fireline. I thought you'd be at one of the bars with the others. Not in the mood. I think I may turn in for the night. Seriously? You're going to bed early? Not quite. I am gonna get a room with a balcony and a hot tub. I think there's just enough room for 2. I didn't bring a bathing suit. Neither did I. He winks at you before sauntering off. How many offers? Good thing we've got a whole night. Spend the evening with a special someone, or 2, or 3, or everyone, why not? Everyone, why not? You descend into the lodge's kitchen and find it quiet, clean, and empty. Ayna? Over here. You turn to find Ayna standing at the stove, gently stirring a pot of milk. Ayna? I didn't realize this hot cocoa would be the DIY situation. What? You thought I'd whisk you away to an exclusive mountain cafe where we'd be waited on hand and foot? No comment? Don't worry. No cafe in the world can rival this recipe. Here, take the whisk. Don't stop stirring, but don't go too fast. Your fingers brush against hers as she hands the whisk to you. You make slow, smooth circles in the milk. Perfect. You're natural. So what's so special about this hot cocoa? She measures out tablespoons of cocoa powder and adds it to the milk, then adds sugar and a cinnamon stick, a splash of vanilla, and a star anison pod. What the hell is an anise pod? I'm making it the way my dad used to when I was little. Oh, yeah? An old family recipe? Not really. My grandma used to make it plain, but Dad liked to experiment. For about a year, he'd make me hot cocoa every Friday night with different ingredients. Honey, vanilla, nutmeg, cayenne pepper. Ooh, cayenne pepper. All at once? And sometimes. We kept a log to track how each one tasted. After reading the data and consulting our hearts, we declared this combination the winner. That's adorable and thorough. That's my dad. He believes in facts and heart. A delicious smell curls out of the pot as the flavors combine, and the milk turns a deep, delicious brown. It sounds like you and your dad are really close. We are. My mom died when I was little, so he was all I had for a really long time. Oh, Ayna, I'm so sorry. Thanks, but you don't need to be. It was all I knew, and Dad was so wonderful. Now, tell me about him. He's the one who taught me the importance of understanding history and not just memorizing it. He worked in local government, like extremely local. He's a real grassroots, take care of your neighbor kind of guy to him. There's nothing more important than honesty and community. Hey, is it me? Just kidding. Are you really his, you really are his kid, huh? She turns off the heat and fetches 2 big mugs from the cupboard. She avoids her eye as she pours the steaming cocoa into each one. I used to think so, but I don't think I've been acting the way he'd want me to lately. Because you're on the front page of a tabloid? In part, I guess. I worry that he wouldn't be proud of me if he heard some of the things I've done. Ayna, you're being too hard on yourself. Trust me, I'm not. Yes, you are. I think your dad would agree. You've got him on a very deserved pedestal, but I bet he'd be the first person to tell you that he's not perfect, right? Maybe. Definitely, because there are no perfect people, just good people, and whatever you've done, Ayna, you're definitely good people. Thanks, Clark. Grabs a bag of tiny marshmallows and hands them to you. For that, you get to do the honors. You upend the bag over your mug, letting the marshmallow pile high over the steaming cocoa. Ayna raises her mug to yours. Salute. Cheers. Hot cocoa. Take a long sip of the chocolatey, spicy cocoa. It warms you down to your toes. So, what do you think? I think it might be the best cocoa I've ever tasted. I should send you a thank you card to your dad. I'll pass your feedback along the next time I talk to him. He'll get a real kick out of it. In that case, tell him his Coco's as impressive as his daughter. She grins at you, a layer of marshmallow and cocoa covering her lip. You lean over and press your lips to Ayna as they're soft and sugar-sweet. Marshmallow. Ayna pulls away laughing to wipe the last traces of cocoa from her top lip. She sets down her mug and slides her hands around your waist, pulling you close. Your lips meet again, hungry and impatient. You wrap your arms around her tightly, pinning her against the kitchen counter. Ayna. You and her melt into each other in the dim light of the kitchen. You kiss your way down her neck, and she moans softly at your touch. Clark. You let your hands explore her body, using her sighs and gasps to guide you. Ayna. Her hands slip around the back of your neck as she's anchoring herself to you. You deepen the kiss as the world fades around you. And before you know it, your mug is empty. Wait, when were we drinking the cocoa? Let's be honest. Well, we made short work of that. I told you, my hot cocoa's impossible to resist. It must get the quality from you. She laughs, the sound light and melodic. As much as I'd love to listen to you flatter me all night, I should turn in. We've got a busy day tomorrow. If you insist. This was really nice, though. He flashes you a smile in response and saunters out of the kitchen. You head back upstairs, nodding politely to one of the lodge's staff. I should see what the others are doing. Hot tubbing with Blaine. You step out onto Blaine's balcony and find him beside the tub, fiddling with the control box. Thought I'd find you neck deep in water already. Whoever was in here last had set to tepid bath. Hope I never meet anyone that devoid of joy. Twists a knob and the hot tub roars to life with bubbles. Steam coils off the roiling surface of the water. That's better. After you. You look down as your clothes with a shiver. You're going to get very cold before you get in that water. Strip off and jump into the water. Peel off your outer layers as quickly as possible, gasping as the icy air hits your skin. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What are you waiting for? Get in. Your teeth chatter as you grab the side of the hot tub and slip inside. Oh. The jet pummels deliciously at your aching muscles. As the hot water embraces you, you meet Blaine's eyes. Your turn. Blaine grins and pulls his shirt over his head, pausing for a moment to let you see the hard muscles of his chest and the sleep set of his pants. Ah, that's nice. He slides into the water opposite you. Your feet brush each other in the center as you recline and enjoy the bubbling water. After a long moment of comfortable silence, Blaine's eyes find yours oddly serious. The paparazzi really spiced things up this afternoon, huh? That's one way to put it. Don't tell me you're not feeling something about it. Honestly, I'm curious of myself. What? Why? It was stupid of me to let myself get caught that way. It's not like the paparazzi haven't been tailing me since my mom got inaugurated. You can't blame yourself for acting like a normal 22-year-old. But I'm not normal. I'm Clark Kent, first son of Rutherland. Can't keep letting myself forget that. Especially not while Mom's busting her ass to get reelected. Blaine shakes his head and sighs. You shouldn't be going through this on your own. Whoever was with you that night should come forward and take the heat with you. Blaine... it's not worth the risk. I'm not going through this is compared to what would happen to them if they were found out. You're too noble for your own good, you know that. I'll take that as a compliment. Blaine shifts in a seat, moving away from a jet and closer to you. I wish I understood why people lose their minds over stuff like this. Like, how the hell could a photo of you have anything to do with your mom's ability to lead a country? Being a parent is a leadership role? I guess I'm Exhibit A. That's true. Right, because the fact she raised a child with flaws means she can't possibly deliver tax cuts to the upper class. He leans back, letting himself float. His legs brush yours again. Seriously, what if we all stopped playing along and told the press to go to hell? They'd have to get over it eventually. That does sound nice. But it'll never happen. We don't get to be that complicated. We get to be the perfect people without desires or vices, or we get to be the villain. Then we should all be villains. And our parents would immediately be voted out. Face it, we're stuck. Not right now, we're not. Nobody can see us. Whatever you want to do, whoever you want to be with, it stays right here. Moves closer, the water forming perfect crystal droplets on his bare skin. His legs pressing against yours beneath the surface, sending a tingle up your spine. Vent about the brass. You stand up with such force, it makes Blaine jump. What are you... Hey, you out there! All you cowards lurking out there in the snow, waiting to snap a pic to spin out of context. For anyone who listens to those dumbasses, you can kiss my ass. Oh my god, he's gonna do it. You raise your middle fingers to the sky, Blaine laughs and then joins you. And kiss mine too while you're at it. Blaine turns around, bends over, and pulls down his underwear to bare it all to the moonlight. Wait, I thought he already did that. After a moment, the two of you dissolve into laughter, collapsing back into the hot tub. You realize this can still be taken out of context. It's a shame the rest of the world can't actually see this side of you. I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet, but this felt good. After enjoying the water for a bit longer, you emerge quickly, wrapping yourself in a towel. Don't tell me you've had enough already. Never. I'm just worried that if I don't get out now, I'm gonna stay in there forever. And that wouldn't be so bad, would it? You and me, away from all the prying eyes. It really is a prying? We're literally out there where anybody on the mountain could photograph us. That is tempting, but maybe for our next hot tub adventure. It's a date. You dry off, get dressed, and leave Blaine with one last smirk. You head back down to the lobby of the lodge. It's still kind of early. I can see what the others are up to. Others. You mean Tatum? Find Tatum trekking through the snow outside the lodge. He sees you before you can call out. You should stay close to me if you're going to be out here. Yes, sir. You shiver as you shuffle through the snow to catch up to him. Maybe we should have done Blaine last. You know, warm up from being on the cold. It's so weird to be ankle deep in snow this time of year. Elevation is a hell of a thing. You sock him in the arm. Yeah, I didn't ask why it was cold, Mr. Serious. Sorry, force of habit. This place is so different from back home. It doesn't even get cold enough in winter to leave ice on the State Manor window. Do you remember, the tide pools we used to explore? By the cliffs, I remember. You used to catch crabs and chase me with them. You always screamed. Because those pincers were sharp. I know. I still have a scar on my thumb from one of them. Serves you right. Have you, been back there lately? Not since the last time we were there together. It's hard to find time for it these days. You should go back. I bet they're still, beautiful. We could go back together. I could chase you around with a crab this time. A stick snaps somewhere in the darkness. Tatum looks in its direction, eagle-eyed and alert, waiting. You stay still beside him, shivering as the wind picks up. You're cold. You should head back inside. I'm fine. I'm dressed warmer than you. Tatum ignores you and offers a suit jacket anyway. Seriously, Tatum, your chivalry is appreciated, but you cannot walk around here without a jacket. I won't let you. He shrugs, but puts the jacket back on. It's okay. I'm used to the cold. He does move closer to you, as if to warm you with his body heat instead. You fall into a warm silence as you walk away from the lodge, new snow stretching out in front of you as far as you can see. It may be freezing out here, but I've got to admit, the snow is really beautiful. True. It's like one smooth, unbroken sheet. Almost makes you want to mess it up. No, it makes you want to appreciate it, damn it. Wait, that's not what I... Before Tatum can finish a sentence, you flop down on the snow with a giggle. Look, wait, you're gonna get all wet and cold. Then you better get down here and warm me up. Tatum pauses for a moment. You owe me for this. He flops down the snow next to you, arms splayed wide. Let's make snow angels. Spread your limbs out wide, flapping them up and down to make a snow angel. I bet I can make a snow angel bigger than yours. Only one way to find out. Tatum flaps his arms and legs furiously, throwing puffs of snow in the cold air. You match his pace, your laughter filling the air around you. A few minutes later, you and Tatum stand and brush yourselves off, taking in the snow angels at your feet. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's possible to tell who won. They don't even really look like angels, they're just like holes. Call it a tie. Deal. You and Tatum stand there for a moment, longer admiring your work. You know, the more I look at it, the prouder I am. Turn to Tatum to find him looking intently at you, though he smiles. You detect a hint of wistfulness in his eyes. What? Nothing, just thinking about how we'll have to get back to the lodge soon. And I'll have to get back to being your bodyguard. I thought you liked being on my detail. I do, and I certainly don't trust anyone else to keep you safe. It's just, sometimes it feels like I can be your bodyguard, or your friend, not both. And playing in the snow reminded me of that. Oh, Tatum, our dynamic... has changed a bit. But so what? I'd be lying if I said our dynamic hasn't changed at all. Of course it has, we've grown up. But I'd also be lying if I said I wanted things to be exactly the same as when we were kids. So you don't get tired of me being so overly bearing? Sure, sometimes, but mostly I just like that we spend time together. After all those years apart. Yeah, I know what you mean. When I think about it, if young Tatum knew he'd be, get to be your bodyguard and then he'd grow up, I think he'd be pretty excited. And adult Tatum is more aware of the anxiety that comes with a job, but wouldn't want anyone else by your side. Tatum, you look at each other in the dark, your breath curling shapes in the air. He steps closer to you, and you find yourself drawn to him. Clark. He leans in and pauses. Conflict plays across his face. Relief relaxes his features as you give him permission to give in. He presses his lips urgently to yours. You wrap your arms around his neck and respond in kind, parting your lips to deepen the kiss. He lets out a moan. Clark, maybe we should... Shh. Stop thinking so much, Tatum. Just feel. You pull him closer, pressing your body flush against him. You kiss your way across his cheek, enjoying the way the skin of his neck rises into goosebumps as you reach his ear. Isn't that better? God, yes. He guides you backwards until he has you pressed against a tree. You savor the feeling of being trapped with him, safe in his arms. I could make a pun about lumberjacks and trees, but I'm not. You pull him closer, letting one of his hands sneak down into his waistband, pulling his shirt free under his jacket. You can feel him shiver as you find his bare skin. Clark, you're driving me crazy. Do you want me to stop? And keep exploring, as if you're trying to memorize every inch of his skin through your fingertips as your tongues tangle. Tatum's gaze is focused, but desire burns in his eyes. Never. And you don't. Your breathing goes ragged as you focus on the weight of his body pressed against yours. You close your eyes, losing yourself in the moment. You went on patrol with Tatum. Buddy system. You spend a little longer with Tatum, but after a while, the cold starts to seep in and you shiver. Okay, I think it's time for you to get back inside. Your lips are practically icicles. What about you? Will you be okay out here? I'll be fine, believe me. Getting a moment with you made my night. He smiles and offers you his arm. You hook a hand through it and letting him guide you back to the snow to the golden light of the lodge. The next morning! You wake up to a message from Winston. Getting some positive responses to your ski slope opinions with Evelyn. The people of Rutherland are loving the two of you together, so keep up the good work. Oh, Winston, kiss my ass. Marshmallow stirs beside you, uncurling himself and stretching into a big yawn. Did you hear that, Marshmallow? Winston's plan is working. He nuzzles up against your face and licks your cheek. Suddenly there's a loud knocking that almost causes you to drop your phone. Clark, open up! You stagger out of bed, still half asleep, and open the door to a crack. Evelyn, what's going on? I'm so sorry, but we need to talk. Oh my god, are we fake breaking up? By the way, we haven't improved our rep with anyone. Interesting. Can any relationship, even a fake one, withstand those 4 little words? Find out in the next chapter of Foreign Affairs. We need to talk. I mean, it's not always bad, but I digress. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit down description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you'd like to support me and my content. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Very much appreciated. Feel free to head over to our Twitch channel where I do live streams. I've been doing a little bit of SWO tour, 2 days straight so far, of our Sith Sorcerer. And aside from that, we'll be having a lot of more games to come. By the way, if you guys are a fan of Skydew Valley at all, as well as Animal Crossing, there's a game on the horizon that I will be covering. So, again, if you want to see things live, best place to go is Twitch. But if you're always up for watching the VODs later on, well, this is your home to be. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.